pruning season could be taking us from spiritual milk to a full-on solid food meal with Jesus, y'all. This is important. Do not rush God. God is trying to prune you. Why are you rushing him? Rushing could hinder your process further. Hello everyone. As we know, there is a time for everything under the heavens. There is a time to poet, to speak, to learn, to live, to wonder, and to believe. And today is a time to believe. So today we will be looking at John chapter 15, specifically talking about the pruning season. What does pruning mean, and why is it necessary for our walk with God? So our anchor verse for today will be John chapter 15, specifically verse 2, but I want to start by reading out verse 1 to give you guys a little context. I am the true vine, and my Father is the gardener. Every branch in me that does not produce fruit, he removes, and he prunes every branch that produces fruit, so it will produce more fruit. So when we're talking about fruit, spiritual fruit is the fruit of the Spirit, which can be found in Galatians chapter 5.
So in Galatians chapter 5, these are the fruit of the Spirit that it talks about: love, joy, peace, patience, kindness, goodness, gentleness, faithfulness, and self-control. And the Bible talks a lot about the importance of producing fruit, specifically in John chapter 15, where it uses the analogy of Jesus being the vine. And if we are the branches abiding in him, we must produce fruit. It also tells us in Matthew 3:8 that we need to produce fruit in keeping with repentance. So repentance is a change of heart. It is a change of action as well. So when it comes to the same trials and tribulations that have made us stumble in the past, we must make different choices that display our fruit in the future.
But what he's saying here is that Jesus is the vine. Anybody that abides in the vine has life. We cannot do anything outside of the vine. We cannot do anything outside of Jesus. It says he prunes every branch that produces fruit, so it will produce more fruit. In order to understand this verse, you must understand what pruning means in the context of gardening. So when you have a plant, a flower for example, that needs to be pruned, that means you need to take off the dead ends, take off the pieces that are hindering it from growing. If you leave these leaves on that are hindering the plant from growing, the plant becomes susceptible to diseases and pests, which you do not want. So you might as well go ahead and take them off now before it causes more damage in the long run. This is important and necessary for our faith because God is trying to prune you. Do not rush the process. Yes, it may be uncomfortable, but he needs to remove these things, these ideas, these people that mean you no good. He needs to remove these things, these people, these ideas that are hindering you from growing spiritually. This is important for our faith because avoiding the pruning season can be more detrimental than going through it immediately. Avoiding the pruning season can leave you with temporary satisfaction. It can leave you with weak branches, thereby weak faith. So as we said, these weak branches, these dead ends that need to be cut off and weeded off, leave you susceptible to diseases and pests. Having weak faith can also open you up to susceptibility of sin and destruction. Everything happens in the season and time that it is meant to. For it says in Psalms chapter 1, specifically verse 3, he is like a tree planted beside flowing streams that bears its fruit in season, and whose leaf does not wither. Whatever he does prospers. Everything will happen in the season that it's supposed to happen. The pruning season is our preparation season. God is trying to prepare you for the place that he has gone and prepared for you. This is a preparation season, so please do not try to hold on to these things that no longer serve you. Stop trying to hold on to these things that negatively are attached to you and thereby no longer need to be attached to you. For it tells us in Galatians chapter 6, specifically verse 9, that let us not grow weary, let us not grow tired in doing good, for we will reap a harvest at the proper time if we do not give up. Some versions say, if we faint not. Y'all, we must not give up. We must stay the course. I know the pruning season feels a little bit uncomfortable. It feels unfamiliar, but it will be to your benefit in the end. You will receive the reward in the end. Stay the course. Keep fighting the good fight. Keep running the race and keep the faith. For the word tells us in James chapter 1, specifically verse 2, it says, consider it pure joy. Consider it all joy, brothers and sisters, whenever you face trials of many kinds, because you know that the testing of your faith produces perseverance. The testing of our faith produces endurance, y'all. So let perseverance finish its work so that you may be mature and complete, lacking nothing. So we must continue. We must not give up. We must keep fighting the good fight. Sin lluvia, sin flores. Even though the pruning season is uncomfortable, it is necessary for our growth and necessary for our walk with God. The pruning season could be taking us from spiritual milk to a full-on solid food meal with Jesus, y'all. This is important. Do not rush God. God is trying to prune you. Why are you rushing him? Rushing could hinder your process further. Thank you guys so much for watching today's video. I hope you all have a great rest of your day, and please remember to remain open-hearted, open-minded, and open-handed to both God and others. I leave you with grace and peace and mercy and truth to each and every one of you. Have a blessed day.